Aquarius, how are you guys doing? I feel like I've been seeing a lot of you guys lately. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's happening for us. Not for everybody, for some. I'm seeing that we could have been dealing with a Leo. I'm looking at the King of Wands. I'm looking at Strength on the bottom of the deck. Maybe we are deciding that we want to step into a role that is pulling something off creatively, maybe stepping into a place where you're delegating, maybe where you're leading something out. Maybe something that you want to take charge with, maybe something that you feel it's now time to step up with, okay? This would have to do with your creativity, some sort of creative project. This can be music, this can be some sort of art, this can be some sort of craft that you're participating in. I'm also hearing sparking intuition. I'm seeing somebody designing something here. I'm looking at like a ruler or something that you measure with. This can also be something with clothing design. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody in a very particular outfit here, like very design oriented. I'm seeing us overcoming obstacles with something. There we have it. There's somebody that we were dealing with that you could have found out was being dishonest with you. This could be somebody you already had a past cycle with. But I'm seeing us being successful with whatever this is, okay? Like maybe somebody wasn't playing fair with something. I'm seeing that our success, especially with overcoming whatever obstacles were thrown at us in like whatever relationship this was, I'm seeing that the success comes with us understanding things from a different perspective here. It's like having time to sit and think about something, maybe understanding why things happened in the way that they did. Maybe us also gaining a sense of empathy for this person that we were dealing with and understanding that this person may not yet be in a conscious light, and maybe us moving to a place of forgiving this person. Because, you know, when we hold on to things that that are related to like harboring anger or resentment towards somebody, it's ultimately going to damage you. And this can be something that manifests physically for you the longer that you hold on to it. This is, I really shy away from using the term toxic, but when we speak on holding on to toxic emotions, it's like actually toxic to our physical bodies. And this can manifest in actual physical ailments for us when we are holding on to negative emotions. Things that really derive from a place of being hurt. I'm also hearing dejected, like feeling like someone took advantage of you. It's like all of these ways that we feel like people betray us or don't show up to us, they ultimately come from a place of feeling hurt because our expectations were for something to play out in a different way. And us learning to understand that something could have been a karmic lesson and this is here to teach you something rather than the world is against me, it really changes the way that you go about living your life and about looking at the world around you. It's like moving out of woundology and moving out of a place where you feel like you're a victim to like whatever happens going on universally, okay? And rather transitioning into a place where you understand that your guides are working with you. When you follow your intuition, it keys you into things faster than if you're ignoring things that you don't want to see, you know? And that the universe supports you, that you are co-creating with the universe. And you know, some situations are unavoidable, and again, all of the situations, all of the karmic contracts that we have with people, we enter into because we signed a contract to be going through some sort of lesson with somebody, and we gain pertinent life skills that we are going to need to further us along our destined path when we enter into these cycles with people. There is always a benefit to be gained. Yeah, I'm seeing that we could have been dealing with somebody that that we got into some sort of argument, butting heads with. You could have had some sort of disagreement. You could have had some sort of tumultuous relationship with this person. But I'm seeing something balancing out here. It's like you may have been in some sort of state of continuing to have like arguments with this person, not seeing eye to eye. And I'm seeing that as we overcome the obstacles, as we transcend the obstacles, we're moving into a place where we're seeing something in relation to our relationships be balancing out here. And I'm seeing us wanting to move to a place of the Hanged Man, which is all about us having time to ourselves to reflect and think on things, and being able to see past like the superficial things going on in the 3D, and being able to understand a deeper sense of meaning behind the experiences that we have. It's like seeing beyond the labels that we give to situations. And I'm seeing that as we go through this enlightenment, I'm seeing us come out in a place where we're having ultimate success with something, where we are victorious with something. It's like coming out the victor of some sort of situation here. So in regard to the zodiacs that I'm looking at in this spread, I'm looking at Cancer and I'm looking at Neptune, which is Pisces energy. This can be that area of your chart if it's not you and another. Okay, so I'm looking at the Queen of Cups. The archetype of energy that's related to the Queen of Cups is about us being in touch with our intuition, with our emotion, with our creativity. I'm also hearing our well of emotions, so it's like feeling the whole spectrum of emotions. It's us feeling safe to be vulnerable. And the thing with the Queen of Cups is that I've heard many people that deem themselves as being empathetic as talking about what a curse it is. And I think that where we fall into having issues with empathy is when we are not exercising boundaries, okay? Because we can be our most compassionate selves when we are setting boundaries with others, because we're not allowing people to disempower us or disrespect us. And if we feel like something is going on that we don't feel empowered by, or we don't feel supported by, or we don't like being a part of, we remove ourselves from that and continue with our emotions and our intuition and our vulnerabilities intact. And it helps us to go on loving, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing our guides rooting for us here. You also may be connecting with friends or people that you feel supported by. This can be spirit guides helping you through a situation that you felt let down by, you felt disappointed by. Maybe some people that we're hanging out with too are helping keep our mind off of something that we don't want to be drowning in the thoughts of. It's like I'm seeing this sense of camaraderie with whatever, like, community of people this is. Again, whether this is, like, your spirit team or these are friends in the 3D. And I'm seeing us move to a place where we're ready to start something new, where we're ready to branch off. We're ready for a clean slate here. For some of us, strongly, I'm getting that we're going to be traveling somewhere. I'm looking at mountains here. I'm looking at rocks. I'm also hearing discovering new land. The Fool is about beginning a brand new adventure. Something that you feel hopeful about. And it's about, like, releasing any past ties that we have and being able to step into a place with new energy. I'm also hearing newfound freedom. And I'm seeing us also stepping into a place where we not only feel connected with the water in our chart, which is about our emotions and intuition, we're also stepping into a place where we're feeling more confident about things here. Like maybe self-confidence, maybe self-esteem, maybe getting in touch with our sexuality, maybe working on things in regard to our chakras as well. This is about also being in touch with our creativity. I'm looking at some sort of ideas that we have formulating. Like you could be channeling messages, like getting some sort of messages from your guides. Like your guides could be helping you manifest something here. Yeah, and I'm seeing you almost closing a book. It's like whatever that is, whatever that cycle was, it's completely over now. And I'm seeing us step into a brand new space, a brand new chapter of your life here. And I'm seeing us really having a lot of wisdom that we're carrying with us through up and into this new chapter that we're stepping into. Like I'm seeing us being more reflective. I'm seeing us have more wisdom that we're carrying with us. I'm seeing us having more insight, us knowing ourselves better and our inner landscape. Moving through with a sense of enlightenment. You could have gone through a dark night of the soul or some sort of spiritual upgrade. Maybe feeling like you're getting more into alignment and really feeling more comfortable with looking within, with introspective work, with reflecting, with meditating maybe. In this spread, I'm looking at Virgo and I'm looking at Uranus, which is Aquarius energy, and I'm looking at Scorpio. I'm seeing somebody that has slippers on. I'm looking at yellow slippers. Or they could be like a beige color. This reminds me of mini Tonkas. That's a type of brand, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. Okay. So, I'm seeing that we are going to be moving into some sort of karmic test. I'm also hearing karmic arena. There could be something upcoming, Aquarius, that we want to be preparing ourselves for here. I am looking at the lovers on the bottom of the deck. I'm seeing some sort of communication. An epiphany, enlightenment, clarity. I'm also hearing clairvoyance. Maybe we've been making progress with passing these karmic tests that we've been going through, and we're moving to a place of having more clarity. I'm also hearing clarity in our decision making. I'm seeing us carry this truth with us here. Like, maybe we're also going through some sort of change where we're understanding the importance of like being very precise with our words. Like, maybe you feel like you're on some sort of mission of truth here, and you really want to be making sure that you're communicating precisely and accurately, especially with the information that you're spreading. I'm also hearing that, Aquarius. Okay, so for some of us, I'm seeing that there is a karmic test upcoming. Somebody is going to be approaching you in the Knight of Wands energy. The Knight of Wands, I'm hearing harmless. Okay. The Knight of Wands energy is about somebody that comes through that may be making some sort of sexual advance to you, somebody that may want to hook up with you, somebody that wants to have something with you that does not have much of an emotional basis to it, okay? It's a very superficial emotional basis, if any at all, I'm hearing. And this is about making sure that we're not rushing into things. This is like the main point of when I see the Knight of Wands. It's talking about the potential of somebody coming through that has weak boundaries, or somebody that may want to like rush into maybe a physical relationship, or something that again does not have much of an emotional like background to it, or basis, foundation. Yeah, this can be somebody overtly sexual. This can also be somebody in general that you perceive as being emotionally immature, like somebody underdeveloped in a way. I'm looking at the Devil on the bottom of the deck, which can speak about things that are out of balance, and especially to see that come out tied to the Knight of Wands. This can definitely speak on like a sense of sexuality that's out of balance, okay? Like somebody may have like an overactive or blocked chakra, whatever you want to deem it as. When it comes to their sacral energy, I'm hearing, and sacral is our sexual energy, yeah. Somebody wants to be part of, I'm hearing one of two with you. Somebody may be coming in wanting to enter into some sort of relationship with you. I'm seeing them come through in an energy. Again, this is something that they may be making some sort of sexual advance to you. But it's also somebody that, if you feel like you're in a place where you're looking for some sort of stable foundation, where you have a solid connection with somebody, this is not it. Okay, that's where I'm being guided to take that part of the conversation. And I'm seeing them for sure coming through quickly, and for sure coming through with a lot that they want to say to you. Like, I'm seeing a very passionate nature that this person is in, which also exemplifies the archetype of energy of the Knight of Wands. It's somebody that can be very passionate, but somebody that can be like really out of balance, or again underdeveloped, okay? But I'm seeing them communicate with you, like maybe they find you attractive, or they want to be like dating you, or like partnering up with you, hanging out with you, hooking up with you, something like that. Like they have some sort of interest in you. But I'm seeing us learning the truth about something, and I'm seeing us also be able to assess this with like a very clear mind. It's like, maybe if you wanted somebody to come through in a more romantic, mature way, and you're seeing somebody entering in the Knight of Wands energy, it's about being able to perceive that with clarity and recognize like what your expectations are. And if somebody's not meeting you in alignment with those expectations, it's about being able to call that out, or being able to like say what you want, or what you're not okay with, or what your boundaries are. And I'm seeing us like really making progress with this aspect here. Okay. What is going to help you in this situation is to meet this person in the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords energy is about setting boundaries with somebody. Like maybe you have something new that you want to be starting, or something that you want to be focusing on, or feelings that you're having. It's something new. And maybe we're also figuring out a direction that we want to be going in, something that we want to be moving towards. So when, again, the Queen of Swords energy, when we meet this person, it's about advocating for yourself. It's about communicating what your boundaries are. It's basically like, I'm getting this notion of this person like coming towards you full force and you having some sort of shield. And it's about the way that you express yourself, the way that you communicate, the way that you articulate. I'm hearing this very strongly. I'm seeing snowfall here. And this is also the Queen of Swords, although she can be emotional if she wants to. It's about being very analytical and precise with the ways that we're expressing ourselves. And like also being cold if she needs to. Like if you don't have interest in this person, it's about being like very point blank with them, okay? This can be some sort of twin flame relationship, something like that. Like this can be why that person's drawn towards you. I'm also hearing initial attraction, and I'm seeing that like what we want to be working on here for ourselves is a sense of harmony, a sense of, I'm hearing, sustainability with our relationships, with our dynamics. Like for some of us, we could be working on a marriage. Or you could, like, for others that are not part of a relationship at this point of time, I'm seeing that, like, what we actually want is something that is going to be long-lasting. Like, maybe right now you're working on planting the seeds for some type of marriage or for a relationship, to be a part of a relationship that's going to eventually lead to marriage, something like that. Something that you want to be calm, you want to be harmonious, you want to be peaceful, and you want to feel like you're in some sort of equal dynamic partnership with this person. And I'm seeing that we're really making, I'm hearing foundational progress with moving away from things that you don't feel like are resonating with you, moving away from things that feel too busy or too chaotic, or don't feel like they're in alignment with the framework that you want to be developing, is what I'm hearing. For some of us, if if you have been part of a marriage relationship, something that you're like already in the midst of participating in, I'm seeing that for some of us we could be realizing something about our partner, and I'm seeing us separating from this person. Like I'm actually seeing us, like for some of us we could have been trying to work on a marriage or a serious relationship, something like that, and you're just not seeing eye to eye with your partner. They could be like messing around, or you could feel like they're not invested emotionally, or they could be like cheating, something like that. And I'm seeing us moving away from this person. I'm looking at a tower coming through, and I'm looking at spirit next to it. So it's like whatever this is, that is some sort of like surprise or shock that we're going through, I'm seeing that we're also protected through this. The Hierophant can also speak on contracts as well. it's almost like regardless of what you're going through, I'm seeing spirit like being reassuring to you that things are going to work out, okay? That everything is unfolding as it's meant to, even if we're going through something difficult at this point in time. Because I'm seeing us being very concerned with, like, us making progress. Yeah, I'm seeing spirit come through and send you some sort of intuitive message. Something that you feel surprised by. I'm hearing waking dreams so strongly. Like, you may get some sort of specific or, like, very concrete message from spirit that you actually feel surprised by receiving. Okay, so in this top spread, I'm looking at Gemini. That's the spread that is tied to the Knight of Wands, okay? So I'm seeing some kind of surprise come through in relation to a contract, potentially. This can be a soul contract. This can also be something legal. And I'm seeing your intuition telling you about some sort of partnership here. You could be being invited into something. I'm also hearing initiation. I'm seeing something that you feel surprised by because the foundation of whatever this is breaking down, and I'm seeing you feeling a sense of stress because of this. But you're being asked to work with your guidance right now. For some of us, we could be switching our focus to something more spiritually based. For some of us, we could be feeling stressed out about some sort of working dynamic that we have with an Aries with a Taurus. I'm also looking at Mars here, which speaks about Aries and Scorpio. I'm seeing some sort of partnership coming to an end. This can be with a husband. This can be with a long-term partner. This can be somebody you're married to. It also doesn't have to be a male. Like, this can be somebody of any gender. It can be somebody that you were married with, married to, okay? Again, I'm looking at Mars, which is Scorpio and Aries. I'm looking at the Hierophant, which is Taurus. And I'm looking at the Emperor, which is Aries. Yeah, I'm seeing it's almost like something happens that's surprising, or you find something out, and it's because, like, your intuition told you something, like your higher sense of guidance told you something about some sort of dynamic that you're in with somebody. This can be somebody that you see as a counterpart in some way. I'm seeing something we feel in our heads about, but we're being guided to, like, you could be surprised that something came to an end. You could be surprised that you're being guided to end something. It's a cycle that feels unhealthy to you. It's a cycle that feels stressful to you, okay? And I'm seeing us being in our heads about needing to call judgment on a situation, or maybe even that judgment was called on a situation, okay? It's because you're feeling surprised by something that had been hidden. But I'm seeing that on the other side, on the other end of whatever this is, like, as you move through addressing things that are going on subconsciously for you, I'm seeing you reaching a sense of stability for yourself, okay? This can mean, like, if you were worried about something going on in the home, like figuring out that something is going to be squared away, okay? Something like that. Something about your foundation. Maybe for some of us too, you're feeling in your head about something that you wish to come to light, but something that you don't yet know about. I'm seeing a decision that's going to need to be made. I'm hearing when you get to that point, this has to do with your independence and the ways that you take care of yourself. I'm also hearing the ways that you nurture your energy. This can be, too, for some of us, deciding where you want to be living, I'm getting. Or, like, what's going to help make you feel stable, what's going to feel satisfying to you. For some of us, we could be moving into a city or out of a city. I'm seeing tall buildings here. I'm also seeing, like, a museum. I'm hearing metropolitan area very strongly. I'm also hearing graffiti. Yeah, I'm seeing that once we make some sort of decision, I'm getting that we have not yet come to the point where it's almost like something is hidden right now that you're going to be finding out about it. And when you do, there's going to need to be a decision that is made. It's in regard to your stability. And I'm seeing that as long as you hold off on making a decision until you feel like you've grounded your energy emotionally, you're going to be all right. You just need to make sure that you're, again, grounded emotionally when you make this decision. I'm hearing when you make this move. Yeah, I'm seeing that we could have been dealing with somebody that betrayed our trust in a way, somebody that's like, when their character came to light, we recognized that they were not trustworthy, or somebody was trying to be sneaky with something, and we felt left out by this person because they weren't showing up for us, okay? And I'm seeing that we really need to move to a place right now where we're addressing the fear space and the things that hold us back, and move rather into a place where we're feeling effective rather than helpless when we go about making decisions here. There could also be, like, if you went through separation with somebody, whoever this person was that betrayed you, okay, so for some of us, I'm getting that you could have been living with somebody and then found out that something was going down that wasn't okay, whether this is somebody, like, cheating on you, lying to you, like betraying you in some sort of way. I'm seeing that you could have ended up actually being homeless for a point in time. I'm getting something like that. That sounds like a specific message for somebody. I'm getting to that for some of us, you're very well aware that somebody has been being deceptive, like somebody's been taking advantage of you or lying in some way. And you feel like your sense of trust has really been betrayed, but I'm getting that for some of us, we have not confronted this person at this point in time. But I'm seeing that you're feeling really bad about whatever this is, badly about it, but for whatever reason, you haven't said anything yet. Maybe because you're worried about what's going to be happening with you financially, like if you're going to be able to support yourself. This came through in one of the other readings, too. I forget which one it is. But yeah, it was about almost like not confronting somebody or not saying something because you didn't know what was going to happen to you in regard to like a living situation, or you didn't know if you would be able to like sustain yourself independently. For some of us, this for sure looks like some sort of feminine figure. I guess we're like doing all sides of the coins, because I was seeing a masculine figure before. I'm looking at a feminine figure now. I'm seeing somebody come through and reach out to you, whether this is your intuition or an actual person. I'm almost getting this like you could be connecting with a tarot reader that's like offering you some sort of answer that you've been looking for, or like helping you out with something or proposing something to you. For some of us, you could be getting a personal reading, or you could have like a friend that that reads cards, something like that, somebody that's helping give you clarity as far as like what moves you want to be making in a certain situation, okay? Like offering you some type of stability. Because you're feeling confused about what you want to do. What you want to do about this person. Bring justice to the situation. I'm getting that we're being guided to call this out. It's like regardless of what ends up happening for you, you have to be living in your truth and your light, I'm hearing. So, like, confronting whatever this is going to be necessary. Even though I'm seeing you feel, like, really anxious about doing this. I'm hearing the truth must come out, and I'm also hearing the truth will prevail. It's like being really upset about something that you found out about, or something that you know. But we're being guided to have the strength to follow our intuition. And to find a sense of stability with our connection to the divine and our guides and our senses and our intuition. And to be making a plan. I'm also hearing planning your way out for some. In this spread, I'm looking at the High Priestess. It can speak on the moon. It can speak on the 12th house, which is Pisces energy. But this can be about like what you want to do with the information now that you have. Okay, friends, we are going to end it there. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for joining. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.